when we're sick with these chronic issues, we live in fight or flight. Our cells are in danger mode, literally, and they get stuck. And that affects our nervous system, gets stuck as well. And our nervous system and our immune system are intertwined. You know, they're not really separate, they're together. And our nervous system really thinks it's helping us by sending out inflammation and, you know, trying to respond to all of this. And we end up in this perpetual state of, you know, fight or flight, like you can't stop. And some of us actually even move farther into freeze. I've been there. You know, looking back, I was like, oh my gosh, like I was in freeze. Like you can't do anything. And so part of healing from all of this and healing and repairing the immune system is healing and repairing the nervous system. And just, you know, giving that nervous system a chance to go, even if it's just for a second, you know, giving it that break. And so there are lots of tricks and tips and things out there. And I usually, it depends on how sick people are, but I typically will start with a lot of the more passive ways to support your system, because that's more of what people can handle initially versus more of the active primal trust or DNRS, like that, like we're kind of diving into some of that trauma and toxic thoughts. But binaural beats are a great way. You just sit and listen to music, you know, and you can do it while you're asleep. It helps to reset your brainwaves. It's different tones and different ears that helps. It correlates to a very specific brainwave that is either to focus or to sleep, or, you know, however you want to do it. There's an app called Brain Tap Pro for that. There's a lot of research behind that. They also have a laser eye thing that you can get as well. I found that to be way too much for me when I started. There's also Insight Timer. That's one of my favorite apps. It's free, and there's loads of binaural beats on there. You just search in there for binaural beats. I also really like tapping. I think tapping is a nice, pretty passive way to work into this. And there's loads of free stuff on YouTube for tapping. There's an app for tapping too, the Tapping Solution, but that's using different acupressure points to calm the nervous system. I find that's a pretty good regulatory deep breath. You can, you know, search on YouTube for tapping for sleep, tapping for anxiety, tapping for immune support, whatever you want to focus on. There are a fair amount of vagus nerve exercises available too. And I'm sure you can Google all of this too. I've learned it from some functional medicine neurologists, some neurochiropractors, where you kind of look at, you know, your thumb and move your head and kind of focus and do some different shifting there. That can also really, you know, calm the system. So those are some of the passive ways. I've had people go to hypnosis. That's fairly passive too, but can be pretty wonderful for some changes. So there's a lot of different ways to do it, but it is a part of the process.